All right, guys. So we are doing a deck profile. So the new deck I'm into now is Voiceless Voice. I've been testing it. I'm still not the best at it, but we're working on improving, and we're gonna take it to locals. I got locals here in about a few hours, so I'm gonna head there early and try and practice with a few friends. But yeah, we're just gonna do my deck profile and see how it performs. Kind of taking a lot of opinions from a lot of people. I did play this on Tuesday at locals. I played the branded engine and it was pretty good. I liked it. It just I feel like after talking to some of my friends and some of the people on Voiceless Voice, Pure is a little bit better, especially now with blessings. So we're gonna go through the deck profile right now and talk about some of the theory. I did cut some hand traps, no ashes, no veilers, kept the imperms, and we'll discuss that. Okay, let's get right into it. So for starters, the obvious one is the three low. Low's low. She's the starter of our whole deck, and with that, we have three Saphira, two Skull Guardian, and two Saravis, and the one old man. So these are our voiceless voice cards. Pretty standard engine you see pretty much in any build, especially the pure build. Shout out to my QCRs; they look so beautiful, especially Skull Guardian. Let's appreciate that, a little flex right there. But yeah, no, I definitely love this engine. I see people cutting low and Saphira when they start mixing in like different builds like Melodious and all that stuff. But I really like pure, and it seems to be working well. And low is just her effect is insane to get her bring herself back and just set face up another card, a trap card. It's just really nice. And then for the rest of our actually let's close this up. So the rest of our voiceless voice engine, we got the three barrier, the two prayers, one of the new card blessing is so good. It's just really good for recycling, and the trap card, which is insane. So obviously we want to play more of this trap card, but it breaks if you're not the greatest if you draw it. So blessings is an easy way to help recycle it once you've used it and searched it with three low. And yeah, like I said, this is a pretty standard pure list, nothing crazy, but did want to discuss it since we'll be documenting all my changes on this deck on this channel. So yeah, our honorary voiceless card, Diviner. She's just insane. And this is a really easy way to get to low, and we've been testing her out, and we really really like her. So don't think I'll ever cut her. So two pre-pep, two pot of prosperity. Um, can only activate pre-prep once per turn, so I don't want to see multiples of it. So that's why it's at two, but it's broken and it just baits the Ash. People Ash this all the time, and Pot of Prosperity is just really good because we have the extra deck space where we can just get rid of any cards that we don't use because we play a lot of super poly targets. And yeah, it's just really good to get to that one card that you need, and digging for six is insane. Talents, we see a lot of hand traps this format, and it's really expected. If playing an opponent and I notice he's not playing hand traps, I'll probably side this out. But talents is broken, and it helps me, draw more cards if I need. You know, it's a flexible option. So good going first and second. Super poly, it's just broken. Can't respond to it, and we have a lot of targets we can go into since we have the extra deck space, and since we cut the branded package. Super poly comes up a lot. Forbidden droplets, it's a really good way to just break those crazy boards. It's really good against our deck, and if we see that, so for the mirror match, obviously we'd want it, but it's just good against anything that any problem boards. And I'm maining it because no hand traps, so and it's not too bad if you set it, going first if you don't necessarily want to see it, but it's not terrible. So three imperm, it doesn't activate talents, so definitely want to see that. And also imperm's imperm. Negating monster negation is still king. Obviously, we do want to have Veiler, but Veiler just seems to not do enough unless it's paired with something else. Imperm at least can block out a zone, and just doesn't put talents live. So there can only be one. We're testing this out. Haven't seen it in that many builds. A friend of mine is playing it, and we don't play multiples. Sometimes we do make multiple Skull Guardians and Saravises, but when that comes up, I just probably wouldn't play this card or wouldn't activate it. But yeah, it shuts out my opponents a lot more than it does me, so I think it's really good. Card I was thinking of maybe playing is Anti-Spell Fragrance too, that one, and yeah, I'm called by just because it's a sacky one of, and don't really want to get hit by hand traps, so that stops it. One Magnuma can help me just out problem cards in my opponent's deck, and also it just free summon, can banish my own card, and just get another Saphira on end phase. And then one Golden Lord, so he's light, and so I can use him for ritual fodder, and also just if I have an extra pot of prosperity or an extra what do you call it, preparites or something, a dead spell card or an extra barrier that I don't need, I can send in and send a card on the field. So the extra deck is it's still a work in progress, but let's just start with our super poly targets. We have quite a bit of them. So we have Dracosepalia, Draco Quest, Starving Venom Fusion, Mud Dragon, Garura, Earth Golem at Ignister. Just trying to have a wide range of targets, and technically you could use Entis too, because it's a synchro and an Xyz monster, so he technically is a super poly target. But these two are actually targets for my diviner. If I'm not sending Trias or Archaea, and gets me a ritual, gets me a pop. Next, we have the Dynamundo, Enema, IP, SP. This is pretty standard. Access code for OTKs, Typhon for just problem boards, and the Chaos Angel because we can run it. So the one card that I am thinking maybe cutting is, which one was it? Oh, just one or two of the super poly targets, mainly the Draco Quest and the Starving Venom. They're just here because they're flex spots, but I would honestly be playing that Almirage Secure Gardener if I had a Secure Gardener. It's on the way, but I don't have it yet, so not playing it. There's a really cool combo with the Almirage Secure Gardener, low. Another card you can play is Lina or BLS because your monsters are level 7 or higher, so you can just use him and get his unaffected. Then also for Tempo, you could run the 3 Threatening Roars. I'm not playing them today, but it's something I am thinking about. But yeah, so there's definitely options, and you don't need to run as many super poly targets as I am, but that's what I'm going for today. So let's get these out of here. We'll just go straight into the side deck real quick. So another Golden Lord. It's like I mentioned, another light target. I can use it, and I just really like Golden Lord. This is more like of my honorary pick. Golden Lord is my favorite. I'm going to be playing on a Golden Lord mat today, so I had to include the Golden Lord, and he works well, so it would have been Nibiru, but it seems like a lot of people are playing around Nibiru, and it's not the best. But 3 enemy controllers. So if I notice my opponents are playing, a lot of hand traps or veilers, imperms, I can use this to dodge the imperm on my veiler, on my diviner, dodge it on my low. 2 cosmic cyclones, just because there's a lot of, stun going around, and there's also just a lot of problem cards, field spells that you just don't want to deal with. 2 lightning storms, 1 duster, same reasons, and for going second. And then for the Tempai matchup, we have 3 Black Goat Laughs and 3 D Barrier. So D Barrier, call Synchro, Black Goat Laughs, call Chandra, call Biting Dragon from the graveyard. Just anything to stop Tempai. But yeah, that's the deck. So we'll report today, later on, how we did. Probably post tomorrow how we did and upload this tonight. And yeah, hopefully it goes well. I might just do a montage of the video anyway. We'll see. But yeah, wish me luck, man. I'm really excited to keep playing this deck. Checking out my new locals today. Shout out to Common Ground Collectibles. We'll be hitting the spot up, and let's see if we can cook with Voiceless Voice. Let's go, baby.